During the 1970s and 1980s, here at Norton Priory, Warrington and Runcorn Newtown Corporation decided to undertake a series of excavations. The idea was they wanted to try and create a space that would give people a sense of place and history. The site proved to be a really significant archaeological site, and even today it's still the largest excavated medieval monastic site in Europe. It was the late 1980s that the museum was built on site. It was very good for its day. It was a breeze block construction with a flat roof, but as time went by it became obvious that it was no really longer fit for purpose.
Even though the old museum did look like it'd seen better days, certainly, it was obvious that it was a special place for many people. If you talk to a lot of the visitors, they'll tell you just the grounds, the woodland, the ruins, the undercroft. It's quite special for them, it's quite relaxing, it's very atmospheric. So really the museum always let that down to a certain extent. You'd think, well, anything in this museum couldn't really be that important. And nothing could be further from the truth. I mean, the St Christopher statue behind me, for instance, late 14th century statue, undoubtedly one of the most important sculptures in the country. And that he's here in Runcorn is absolutely extraordinary. And finally, thanks to Halton Borough Council and Heritage Lottery support, we've got the setting that objects like the St Christopher statue deserve.
Norton's history covers 900 years, and most of the artefacts from that time period are really quite stunning, and that's been a major part of the excitement. It's been able to put most of those objects on display. Many of them have not been on display since they were excavated in the 70s and the 80s. We asked a lot of the architects. The site is quite huge, it covers 42 acres and there is 900 years worth of history to try and encapsulate.
The key difference here was in trying to balance the need to reorder the site and make it clear for visitors with all of those challenges around the archaeology and the impacts that we might have. And clearly there was a need to generate additional space in a very sensitive site where the only areas that had been archaeologically resolved were the site of the existing building. The ruins are one of the key things about Norton Priory. Giving members of the public an enhanced appreciation of those ruins was a vital thing that we wanted to achieve as part of the scheme. People can get above the ruins and see down onto them almost in plan.
What we have in this new museum are some state-of-the-art exhibitions. There is the traditional displays of beautiful objects shown to their best advantage, but that's intermingled with a happy blend of interactives that the visitors can really get more in-depth information about the objects. That's really exciting from a curatorial point of view, because it means we're able to use all of the research that's been happening since the excavation's finished, and will also allow us to show people the different partnerships we have.
Dr. Shirley Curtis-Summers, and I'm a bioarchaeologist at the University of Liverpool.
We've been really lucky to receive significant funding from the Wellcome Trust because we have a significant collection of human remains at Norton Priory. There are about 130 articulated skeletons in the collection. The Wellcome Trust allowed us to investigate 6 of those individuals in particular, who we know suffered from a bone condition called Paget's disease of bone. It's a very rare condition in most archaeological collections, but we seem to have a very high percentage of it, and that's what we've been able to do with the Wellcome Trust funding, is to research why that might be happening. It's a unique opportunity because that should eventually help us make some sort of progress towards patients in the modern day life who have Paget's disease. We've been working very closely with Liverpool University because we're very hopeful that we will be able to try and create a miniaturised version of a radiocarbon dating equipment.
Conventional mass spectrometers are large, cumbersome, expensive, bulky instruments, but in recent years there's been a technological push to miniaturise the instrument and take it on site. To be able to test something for age on an archaeological site would potentially be a game changer for archaeology, and that's the goal.
The project's been a real transformation for Norton Priory. It's been hugely exciting for all of us that have been involved, and it's plain when visitors walk through the door that it's equally as exciting for them.
I think it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And when it had first opened, when you came in and you could hear, see people looking around and hear people commenting, everyone's of the same opinion. Everyone loves it.
What it was like before was a rundown shed type structure where the staff made the best of it. and the quality of activities was very good, but the facilities just weren't there, and then we were just all amazed with what's been achieved.
We already welcome about 8,000 school children to Norton Priory, but the new museum gives us much more variety in the types of activities that they can do. There's lots of things on the galleries for them to engage with the digital interactives. There's the traditional sort of dressing up, which I have to say is just as popular with the adults as it is with the children. We also have a fantastic group of volunteers that help behind the scenes. 42 acres is a big ask for any small museum to look after, so we would really be lost without our fantastic army of horticultural volunteers. And then we help the local council, Holton Borough Council. They have a very innovative project that allows adults with learning difficulties to engage in jobs within the community, and that's how our cafe is run.
It's pretty good. You get quite good customers, you get a good teamwork, you learn new skills, you meet good people.
I think the most important thing though about the transformation at Norton Priory is that we're really able to do justice now to the archaeological collection and the variety of objects that we have. It allows us to tell the story of that 900 years and all of the people that have lived here and enjoyed the site through that time. The transformation is remarkable. It's a step change for the organisation, but it's certainly not the end of the story. It's more of a comma rather than a full stop.